Escape from Tarkov. I have no idea how I'm going to structure this video. And I actually mean that because there are so many details in Tarkov and I don't even want to miss a bit of it. But I feel like I'm going to do it anyways because I'm fucking stupid. I mean, I'll just play this clip and show you. Disgusting piece of garbage. Also, because another reason why it's so difficult to piece all this together, because all the clips are like from different days out of the week. And it also kind of doesn't help with the fact that I really want to talk about all the details about Tarkov, but I unfortunately don't have like the brain power to do all of that. But as they say, okay, skill issue. As you can see, I'm doing this video way much more different than I would usually do a normal video on YouTube. You see, I usually do like gameplay stuff. I mean, technically this is gameplay, but I'm voicing over it, and that stuff I'm not really used to doing. You guys usually see me just playing games, like, you know, normal YouTube stuff. This is explaining an entire game and its mechanics, and I don't even know how to do any of that. It's weird. It's weird. So, in order to cope with this new style of video, you're obviously going to be seeing this little guy. Look at him. That's supposed to be me. Yeah, that little character you see on every single thumbnail will now be talking to you on how to explain Tarkov. I hope you don't mind it. I don't mind it. Honestly, this is like, I find doing the video way more better like this. And I just want to see how this video goes, since this is kind of a project, Jesus Christ, that I've been wanting to work on. Now, if you've played or have heard about Tarkov, you will probably get a vague description that the game is bullshit. This game is tough, and it literally does not play around with any new players. I was a new player, and I died constantly. I'm dead. The thing is, when I started playing this game, I didn't think I would ever want to make a video on it because at the time I did find it super interesting. I just didn't think I can make a video with this game. I mean, with other games, it's usually like funny moments, but in Tarkov, it's, how do I say this? It's a really quiet game. I mean, I say quiet, but the usual gameplay literally sounds like this. But what I mean as in, there's not a lot of communication or, let's say, commentary you can actually do while I was playing the game. Like, this game is super tense. It's anxiety rerooted. It's scary. It really is. And for some really weird reason, I can't really put my hand on it, but it's fun to play this game. No other first-person shooter game has my adrenaline pump like Escape from Tarkov does. And not to mention, getting kills in this game feels so good. There's not like a hit marker sound effect. There's no indication that you actually have killed someone because there's no live kill feed. There's nothing like that. You just simply have to see the person you shot and seeing their body just flop to the floor. I got him. And for some reason, that makes it so much more immersive than it has to be, that you've actually felt like you've hunted down and took down a person. One of the more fascinating and addicting parts of this game is the fact that there's loot. There's a loot system. There's literally an entire flea market based around this system. There are literal stocks. There's a literal website that tells you which item is more expensive. Stocks go up and down. They go left and right. It is stupid. I mean, it's cool, but I say stupid like it's over the top. I wasn't expecting to go into the game and then pull out an entire wiki on or list of what items are amazing, what items are garbage. This is what all this stuff. I was like not expecting that, but that's what makes this game cool. Loot. And I will show you epic examples of me finding loot in Scav raids. Exhibit A. Finding a dead body. Unlooted, of course. This clip is a great example of how beneficial a Scav run can be. I know I've yet to explain the differences between a Scav and a PMC, but essentially what it is, a Scav is like basically, you kind of send them out and you kind of just find loot to get money, so then you can give it to your PMC, which is your guy with the kits and stuff, the guy with like the big guns and everything, and he's basically like the main character. Scavs are just kind of there to give you the loot that they find in raid to you. Did you get all that? No? That's tough. Anyways, this clip starts off with me finding a dead body in the floor. And notice that when I find this dead body, I'm not really excited because look at the time right now, and usually around this time, everything in the map is gone, since I did kind of join late into this raid. But then to my surprise, when I open the body, I see this. And I'll proceed to show you the clip so you can see my reaction to it. Oh my god. Oh, it's just a whole kid in here. After looting this entire guy's dead corpse, I decided to dip the out of there. And I did. I left with that kit. And I'm never gonna use that gun due to gear fear. Exhibit B, killing for the loot. As a scav, of course. This is a great example of how I can go from why am I playing this game to oh my god, I love this game. I find it weird because it happens a lot in Tarkov. Anyways, you could say that this is exactly like Exhibit A. But trust me, there is a twist. I started off with finding another dead PMC which hasn't been looted because this guy still has his dog tag, still has his backpack, still has his rig, you know, his literal gun. Like, what can I say? Pretty damn lucky. After that, I go AFK for a bit in a bush, and I mean a bit. As soon as I got back to my PC, I heard this. I heard a subtle movement in the grass somewhere near me. At this point, I was a bit terrified because I had no idea if it was a PMC or a scav next to me. And I kind of did not want to risk it because I did find an entire gun and ammo and armor and all this type of stuff. So I waited until I heard so much movement. This clip does drag on for a while, but as you can hear from their voices, they seem to be very tired and have zero stamina at all. So while I waited for them to move away a little bit so I don't fully reveal my location, I tried to move up so I can get a good angle, and or see them at least. It did take some time, but eventually I heard this. Now is my time to strike. That's when I started moving up and spot one of them behind a bush. I lined up my shot, then successfully took down one of them. I pushed forward and eventually I see one of their players die to an AI scav. I gave it some time and eventually I saw one of the players head out for the field. Of course, I had an SMG, so with that distance, I was not going to be able to kill this guy. I decided to grab his buddy's gun and try to look for him. It took some time, but eventually... Yo! And that, to me, was the best scav run I've ever had in Escape from Tarkov. Now, I did say that I had a lot more clips of me as a scav finding a lot of dead bodies, as you're seeing right now. I just found an unlooted PMC again. Shit. I won't like super overanalyze them because they're practically just the same thing. I find loot, I freak out, and I leave. It's happened a lot more than it should. And honestly, I just kind of want to get these clips out of the way before I actually start getting into the PMC gameplay, because that's actually where most of this video is going to be dedicated to. Now, before we actually get into PMC gameplay, let's go to the character sheet. This is where you're going to see my stash and what my character is wearing. As you can see, my PMC looks... Oh, get his goofy ass out of here! Now that's a PMC. Now you might be asking, what is the difference between a scav and a PMC? When you're playing as a scav, you're practically given all the loot. You're basically given the entire kit. However, a PMC is way more different. You have to give him a kit. And remember, every single time you die with said kit, you are risking a high chance of all of your loot being gone. So then, why even play as a PMC? I mean, what's the point of risking all of my loot rather than just play as a scav all day, every single day, getting loot forever? And to that I say, it's just super fun and addicting. I'm pretty sure through every single gunshot I've heard while doing a solo raid has taken off years out of my life. Pretty good game. Now, in all seriousness, the main reason you want to play as a PMC is to upgrade your hideout and traders. And the first reason you want to upgrade your hideout is to get your own workstations and buffs that come with them, such as the med station. Now, your hideout has a lot of workstations. Each of them are unique, and some of them don't really give buffs, but they are there just for fun. Now, the main workstation is your personal stash. Now, as much as Tarkov is an inventory management game, it is also a first-person shooter. Cool, right? One thing I didn't mention earlier is that your hideout starts off kind of dead, and you have to build it up. During the process of building up your hideout, you're gonna have to go through the quests that the traders give you. Now, as much as your hideout is your #1 priority in Tarkov, these quests are also going to be your top priority, since completing them gives you an ample amount of XP and trader rev, which leads to higher trader levels for better goods, and can also mean you can upgrade your hideout and more, since some workstations are locked behind trader level. For example, my stash is only level 2, and the requirements to upgrade it is to get 2 of these guys leveled up to 3, which are currently at level 2 for me. Now, since all the basic stuff is out of the way, let's get into PMC gameplay. Now, keep in mind, this is my own personal journey throughout the game, from someone who's too scared to move and died, to someone who can take a 2v1 even with the weirdest looking guns. Now let's rewind a bit. This is one of the big moments in my Tarkov journey. The joy of getting that first juicy PMC kill. A joy you can only experience in Escape from Tarkov. As you can see by the way I'm looting, I was panicking, and rightfully so. At that point, I couldn't believe that I was able to take down a level 52 with my gun, and then take a look at his gun and be completely baffled that it worked. I guess that's why you should wear helmets. That was the day where I just get the point of Tarkov. I understood why people liked to play this game, and I also understood why people disliked to play this game. Because it doesn't matter what level you are or how much skill you have, as long as this area of your body is not protected at all, it takes one shot to kill someone. And as you can see, his helmet wasn't damaged at all in raid. So I must have shot him square in the eyes or the jaw. Another thing I want to talk about was my own personal journey doing task missions in Tarkov. Now, I have a lot of clips of me doing missions, so I'm gonna pick a clip and give you a little bit of context so you could better understand the scenario. So the first clip we have is me doing a task mission titled Search Mission. So the premise of this task is to go into your PMC and the map Woods and locate the missing convoy and the USIC camp that is in Woods, which would be this area right here. And as you see from the clip, boom, done, subtask completed. Now all I have to do is go to the convoy, and again, boom. Now all I have to do is survive and extract from the location. To be completely honest, my experience with doing a lot of task missions in Tarkov were pretty simple. Honestly, I didn't really struggle a lot when it came to this part of the game. And the clips I'm showing you right now are me doing said missions, and these are all separate missions obviously, and some of them are just kind of place things down, wait for timer to go down, and then extract. These are very early missions that you do in the start of Tarkov, and to be honest, later on, the missions do get a little bit more complex, but I don't have any clips of me doing those, so all I can do is really cry. And I should also say that I don't take this game seriously. And to be honest, when it comes to talking about my own experience with any first-person shooter, I just say that it's fun, because I like the experience I get from Tarkov. And I really don't take games seriously because I'm not that much of a competitive player. Don't believe me? Watch this clip.
I stopped watching the stream thinking he would stop. I was disappointed.
Not only does that clip show how insane my friends are, it also shows that even in a game like Tarkov, where sound is probably one of the most important key aspects of the game, it doesn't matter to me because I'll just have these things talking in the background. But unfortunately, Tarkov is a game that sort of punishes that playstyle, mainly due to the fact that it has a super competitive player base. And I'm not a super competitive player. Also, one main thing I'd like to talk about Tarkov would be the idea of the healing items. I love the healing items in this game. It's probably one of the more unique and more fresh things I've ever seen healing be done in a game. For example, in other popular games, let's say Terraria. I know, everyone's favorite first-person shooter. Call of Duty, and any game from the Fallout franchise. In Terraria, you drink a potion, or you could use this respected individual to heal you. And in Call of Duty, you just kind of stim yourself. Same goes for Fallout. And then you, the viewer, ask yourself this very question. Why is he talking about healing? I'm pretty sure it's a very simple mechanic. And to that I'd say... Sit the f down. This is Tarkov we're talking about. Come on. In the examples I just showed right now, healing is done super quick without much of a thought. But in Tarkov, it can nearly take half a minute to deal with one of your wounds. To make it easier to understand, Tarkov gives you this little health overview. Think about it as a simple summary of how good your character is doing health-wise. You have your typical injuries, bleeding, heavy bleeding, fracture, blacked out limbs. Each and every single one of these actually do affect your gameplay. For example, each leg fractured reduces your speed by 45% and your jump height is also decreased. Sprinting causes further damage to your leg and further damage to your body as a whole. Now, one way to get yourself out of this hairy pickle would be to actually give yourself a splint and hope that the pain meds you took were good enough to remove the pain. Pop yourself with a Salewa in each leg and you're good as new. But what if your life was a bit more sucky? And you blacked out both your legs and caused bleeding. Now, what you want to do in this situation is patch yourself up with your favorite branded band-aid. Mine, of course, is Georgie Peppa Pig. And after you're done giving yourself a good old band-aid, get your favorite CMS kit of your choosing and patch that sucker right up. And remind you, you have to do this task twice because you decided to become a cripple today. God damn, I love Tarkov ASMR. Honestly, heaven to the ears. Anyways, now we can finally talk about PMC gameplay. Jesus Christ, it took me 18 minutes just to talk about the basics of this game. To be honest, PMC gameplay is much more energetic than your average Scav gameplay. And it's probably due to the fact that your entire kit can be taken away due to a shot to the face. And no surprise, I do have a couple of clips of me being a PMC. Honestly, this is taking over a terabyte on my PC. So the fact that most of the clips, or at least 80% of the clips, were only shown for 5-second intervals pains my storage drive. Honestly, when it came to PMC gameplay, at first I was really bad. I mean, obviously, and I still am. It's just something that Tarkov teaches everyone. When I was first playing as a PMC, it started like this: confused, scared, and alone. And now experiencing Tarkov for, I would say, about a couple months, now playing as a PMC is like scared, alone, but I have a bit of confidence in my skills. For the most part, it was a sucky experience. Since I had no idea what I was doing, thankfully, I was playing with someone who had more experience than me, my cousin, who had said some dumbass things.
Where you from? With Riz trying to fuck after?
And make the game a little bit more enjoyable. Anyways, this clip shows me and my cousin heading towards an extract, but his Tarkov senses start tingling.
There's a dead corpse there. I'm not gonna lie.
And before I get into this clip, I want to talk about extract rat, or at least extract campers, or rats, or scumbags. Playing as a rat in Tarkov is kinda crazy. Hold on. Crazy? I was crazy once. It locked me in a being that its playstyle consists of standing in a corner and waiting for someone to come by and finish them off. Pause. Honestly, if you play this way, the chance of your father being absent at birth goes up 100%. And honestly, it is a really scummy way to play Tarkov, and probably the cheapest when it comes to gear. Kinda like a low risk, high reward situation. So maybe it isn't too bad. Also, just to note, my PC was acting up during this clip. So if you see me lag, then, you know, I've already told you. Oh, fuck.
There's somebody here. Yeah.
Oh, did you kill an
There
extra?
might be another one. There might be another one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I heard him. I heard him. He stopped aiming in, or he was holding his aim in, but and he started breathing hard as. Got ammo. Got ammo.
Get Travis back here. I killed him. I killed him.
Yo. Alright, come on, let's go. Then. I'm a f***ing nugget, bro.
What does that mean?
I have no legs. I have no arms. I'm a nugget. Right side, right side. No, I mean left.
Yes, sir. Give me that shit. This next clip features a somewhat win in a 4v2, with someone you should probably know if you've watched my channel for a while now. But if you don't, this is Posh, known as a silly Canadian and a real f***ing goober. Jordan.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
Jordan, what the f***? Ain't no way.
What?
Let me go put my Mosin on. And as you can guess from that, he also made Tarkov a little bit more enjoyable. This clip was from very early wipe. To be honest, I think this was at least my 10th raid in Tarkov. If anything, I could be super wrong and this could be like my 100th raid and I don't even know about it. For people that were not experienced in Tarkov, like me and him, winning a 2v4 was kind of a super big feat for us.
No, they're behind the wall. That's where they're shooting from. All right, got it. We're done here. Damn! Damn! I'm gonna take my pain meds. Somebody's over here. Damn! You laid that mother out! Those guy right there. Got him. You got him? There's a lot of them. I got one. There's another one. Watch this guy. Yeah, I got you.
There's another one.
Where? How are you not dead? I'm out of bullets. Get his ass. Okay. I'm no longer hip firing. Hip firing sucks balls. Is there more? Let's get the f out of here. Oh, Jesus. This guy, we're running. We're leaving. We're going RUAF. Alright, we're leaving. Okay, we're leaving. We're out. I'm scared. Scav. There's more! Got him. We're good. We're running the gauntlet, dude! Ah! No!
Remember when I said that we won a 2v4? Kind of. This is what I meant. I lost a friend, and I'd say this clip perfectly represents how Tarkov can be action-packed, tense, exciting. Those initial kills feel really good, and how fast the game can take it all away from you in a matter of seconds. And that is it for this video on Tarkov. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one, especially since this is my first time for most when it comes to the terms of making things for a video, like a script, pacing, new editing style, hunting for clips, explaining a complex game such as Tarkov, sprites that were literally made for my characters, so a big f***ing shout out to my best friend for making these. I will put his Instagram right here, so just follow him please. This guy's amazing. I love him so much. Dare I say he's my Pookie Bear. Like, I personally think that this video would be unwatchable without these sprites to interact with the screen and you guys. To be honest, this was a project that took a lot of planning for me, especially since most of the times when it comes to, like I said earlier in the video, I know I said it a bit. To be honest, this was a project that took a lot of planning for me, especially since most of the time for this video, I was trying to be entertaining with a mix of like info, especially for a game like Tarkov, which I don't deem really entertaining just to play like in general. general. And to be honest, this video took so much longer to make, even though I had initial small plans just for it. Also, another big shout out to one of my friends who, honestly, I had no idea how this part was gonna go. The Band-Aid bit, I couldn't choose between Paw Patrol or Peppa Pig, but he thankfully helped me in my time of need, and he chose Peppa Pig. And honestly, without that joke, this entire video would have been garbage. So shout out to him too. I guess that's it. A lot of weird cuts in here because it's just literally me. I don't have a script anymore. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and for the love of God, have a good day. I'll see you guys later, and goodbye. Love you.